What is up? This is Colonial Puppet, and this is part 26 of the Let's Build a Stadium series. Sorry, it's been a while. If you notice a difference in sound, it is because I am now using my brand new microphone, the Blue Yeti microphone. I got it in space gray, thanks to Stephen Ballnell, also known as Destiny, the Twitch streamer and debater and all that good stuff. Entered a music contest, won that, and part of the prize was a Blue Yeti microphone, which is awesome. I don't have to worry about my computer crashing anymore. I've had a Blue microphone since 2010, I think, 2010, 2011. A Blue Snowball, like one of the very first Blue Snowballs they had. I think it was before like the multicolored ones. That's been in service for like years. Well, obviously 2010, so like 8 years I've been using it, 7 or 8 years. And it was starting to get kind of funky on me. It would sometimes not work. I'd have to unplug it and plug it back in multiple times for it to even be noticed by my computer. Sometimes the sound would be like very soft and like crackly, and I'd have to like mess around with things. Overall, it was a really annoying microphone to use, but alas, I finally got it replaced, and it was graciously given to me. I didn't have to pay for it, which was also nice, given current predicament with work and everything. I'm not doing too bad. I just need to save up for some things. And a new microphone wasn't really something in my budget, I guess you can say. So this really helps out a lot. It sounds good. I do need to like work on something, because right now I'm not using my fancy new mechanical keyboard that I got for my birthday. I can't, because here, I'll use it. As you can see, the microphone picks it up pretty well, and it's kind of to the point, and it like picks up like the bass too, the vibrations through the desk. So I'm gonna need to like put this keyboard on either a separate desk or I don't know, because right now I'm using my laptop keyboard. But yeah, I'm gonna need to figure something out with that. But anyway, let's get back to the Let's Build. Right now, I'm working on the exterior of the stadium, which is something I said I was going to work on soon. And as you can see, I did not lie. That's what we're working on now. We're working on the short end of the field, I think. Oh yeah, and the old microphone would crash my computer, even during these Let's Builds. I forget which episode it was a couple episodes, I believe, where I finished recording, and it's like you bump, like you would if you bumped the where it was plugged in on the computer, or like where it was plugged in on the microphone. It would make this really loud buzzing noise, and my computer would crash and bring up the blue screen and like have to restart, which got pretty old pretty fast. But yep, don't have to worry about that anymore. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna build this out to here. Don't worry about that yet. I'll figure something out about that later. What I do want to do though is figure out, I don't need to build that far down, I just need to build to there, so. And even when I'm using my laptop keyboard, it's like the vibrations of the desk is pretty intense. So I'm gonna need to figure that out. I'll probably have to get a stand or something. Although, one thing I liked about the Blue Snowball is that it like screwed into this like base thing. This kind of has its own like weird, I don't even know. It has its own weird stand that it's like kind of hovering with. That I'd have to get like a very like tall, skinny table to put it on. Although I do have another desk like right next to me, I could possibly put it on. Hopefully that would get rid of I would assume that would get rid of the vibrations. But yeah, anyway. Also, why I haven't been making these, well, with work, I haven't had a lot of free time, and this is kind of like this is an ordeal to do. I love doing it, but sometimes I just want to relax. And I discovered the game City Skylines, which I'm going to be doing a series on. I started a SimCity 4 series a while back, and I haven't updated it in like a half a year, I think. I would definitely want to start that up again, but instead of SimCity 4, I think I'm going to do City Skylines, because that game is a blast to play. And it's a new game for me. I've been playing SimCity 4 for like years. Longer than mine. I've been playing Minecraft. I've been playing SimCity 4 since 2005. Pretty much since it came out. I know it came out in like 2004. And I remember I was introduced to SimCity 2000 like a couple years before that, when I was like really little, like 6 years old. My dad had an old Macintosh 1800C laptop. It was the same laptop that kind of looked like the very first G3 laptop, the G3 Kanga, I don't know. There's like the Prismo, the Wall Street, and the Kanga, which was like really short-lived. It was before like Johnny Ive went crazy with the industrial design with Apple, and it kind of still had the very boxy look. And the computer we had the same form factor as the G3 Kanga, but it was or Kanga, but it was a little older. I think it came out in 1997, and I remember getting a demo disc, and one of the games on it was a demo for SimCity 2000, which I fell in love with. Played that all the time. But it was just a demo, and I wanted the real thing. I remember asking for it forever for Christmas, and I finally got it, and it was the greatest thing ever. Played that throughout my childhood. Well, not throughout my childhood, because shortly after, that was like 2002 or 2003, I like moved, and then SimCity 4 came out, and I ended up getting it at my new house. By then, we had upgraded to like a PowerBook G4, like one of the titanium ones with the black keyboards, and we had a Power Macintosh G4, I think. It was either a G4 or G5. I forget if the G4 and the G5 had the same form factor, the like sleek kind of refined, because the G4, G5, G3 towers all looked similar. They had the same general design with like the four handles, but the newer ones, like the aluminum ones, were a lot more minimalist and like kind of sleek and just kind of like straight lines and curves and whatnot. Whereas the other one was like plastic and had see-through plastic. You could like see like a giant G3 written like underneath the plastic. It was really cool. I remember when, well, I don't remember, but if you watch like the introduction of the G4 or the G5, the aluminum tower, Steve Jobs was like, what do you think the form factor, like, he was like, he asked the audience if they thought they should keep the old form factor, and I think he wanted everyone to say no, but everyone was like yes, because they loved it so much, and for good reason. It was a really nice design, but they refined it. It looks really good. I'm looking at the G5 right now. It's sitting, it still just kind of sits there at my desk. I have like an old desktop computer desk with like the little space for the PC tower. It just sits there. It's not plugged in or anything. We don't have the screen. Well, we have the screen. We have all the peripherals. It still works great. That was the first computer I made music on too. Before getting my own laptop, and before I got my own laptop, I borrowed like we got another G4, an older generation PowerBook G4, and I would borrow that and take it to my friend's house to record music on with like an old version of GarageBand. Then we got a first generation MacBook Pro, recorded some music on that. But before all that, I would make music on this old Power Mac G5. Just like take the loops that came available in GarageBand and like made a whole album out of like the shitty loops that people use for like just like home videos and stuff. But it was cool to me at the time, so whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that. And that got me into, I mean, I still use GarageBand, but a lot of, instead of like getting more technologically advanced software, I've been getting more hardware and just like miking that and like getting synthesizers instead of just doing all that in the software, on the software end, because that's what a lot of people do. Like GarageBand's like perfectly fine if you're like a band and you have like drums and guitars and basses and whatnot that you just want to record and put some minor effects on. Although the new version of GarageBand has some pretty awesome synthesizers built in, that if you get like a MIDI controller and like a MIDI keyboard, you can make a lot of really like professional sounding stuff with. Definitely not as in-depth as like Fruity Loops or any of those crazy whatever FL Studios, but it's a good starting point, I guess. I'm still learning. My friend just showed me the arpeggiator on GarageBand, which was something I didn't even know. I still have a lot to learn, I guess, in terms of music. Anyway, I went off on a tangent. I don't even know where this started. It started with SimCity. Oh yeah, Cities XL. I'll be playing that and doing a series on that, like a Let's Play. I think I got the gist of it. It's a lot more in-depth than SimCity. There's a lot more you have to worry about, like water. Like in SimCity, you just build water pumps wherever you want. But in this game, you have to actually build it near water. You have to actually like analyze the stream to see which way the water flow is, so that you don't build like a sewage dump like upstream from the water pump, so you're not pumping up sewage. I actually did that on accident. I didn't even put it upstream. It was just that the water was so polluted that it actually like seeped over to the water pumps, and I killed a lot of people. It's a fun game. There's death care as well as health care, so you have to like worry about people dying and like where to dispose of bodies and whatnot. But yeah. Alright. Alright, so let's do this. You can probably hear a dog barking right now, because this microphone literally picks up everything. Oh, and another thing that's weird is there's like a monitor that I can't seem to turn off, so I can hear myself. And if I mute the microphone, I can hear myself, but it also doesn't record, so I can hear everything. So I'm glad I can do that, because I wouldn't have known about the issue with the like the keyboard getting picked up and like the vibrations of the desk being picked up and whatnot. So next I'm just going to outline this with the concrete. Like so. Which is why I'm only building it to here. So I can, before I do this, let's just make sure that this is lined up with the, alright, good. Did not want to be doing this when it wasn't lined up with the actual concrete. That would have been annoying to fix. Alright. So this is going to become, I guess, pretty self-explanatory. Although I gotta figure out how this lines up. Okay, so that's how that lines up. Although, let's do this. Cool. So that's how that lines up. Then we'll make sure it's the same over here. Alright, so there's going to be a lot of filling this empty space in the future that I will cut out so you don't have to watch me do that. Obviously that would take a very long time. I don't feel like rambling that long today. But anyway, let's see. Cool. So, all this is going to get filled in. All here, all in there. From here to here is going to get filled in. Around these, obviously. So yeah. I will see you when I'm done all that as well. Like even these corners get filled in. So I'll see you when I'm done filling in all that with light gray concrete. Alright, sorry about that. I just realized that I wasn't recording with Audacity, so the audio quality might be a little iffy for the first couple seconds of that, or what I just recorded now, since cutting back. But anyway, what was I talking about? Talking about the Macintosh, and how I started off with one. Ooh, this is gonna work perfect. I just need to split this in half like that. Got the SC, not a lot wrong with it. Then I got the 512K, which was a little worse off. Had to replace some parts on the analog board, primarily the flyback transformer. And recently, after making my last video, like right after I made that video saying how it was fixed and all that good stuff, I think like the C1 capacitor failed or something. Because I forget if it's horizontal collapse or vertical collapse. Basically, now it only displays a I wonder why that doesn't work. It only displays a like a thin vertical line down the center of the screen. So I'm gonna have to fix that, which is unfortunate. I thought this would work. I guess not. I could do this. This will be alright. And I got a Macintosh Plus recently, which I was doing a video on, but that one is going to be a lot worse. There's a lot more wrong with it, I believe. And the 8-bit guy was supposedly he's supposed to be restocking soon, but he was selling a kit of all the capacitors you need to recap the analog board for old compact Macs like the Plus, 512, 128, all that good stuff. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. But unfortunately, he said that he's fresh out of those, and so I can't buy that, so I have to wait. I replaced the flyback transformer on the Plus, but that didn't help. Replaced a bunch of stuff on the flyback or on the analog board of the Plus, but that didn't help. So I'm a little burnt out on working on compact Macintoshes. So I thought I'd get something a little easier and do a video, and I always wanted an Apple II, so I bought an Apple IIc. And that's going along smoothly, so I've been working on that. Man, how's this gonna work? Actually, that looks kind of cool. I like how that is. So yeah, I've been really, for me, it's enjoyable to make those videos. These Minecraft videos can get pretty stale, especially we're on episode 26 of this. I've been doing this for half a year now, which is crazy. It felt like just yesterday I started it, or decided to start this. These kind of really don't hold my interest too much, which is unfortunate, and I feel bad for people who follow along, because I owe it to you guys to like finish these. It's just I guess you have to bear with me. It's not that I don't like doing them, it's that my kind of focus on them comes in waves, I guess you can say. How did I do this over here? Huh, wait. Is this different? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Huh. Is this different? Shouldn't be. Why is this that different? The fuck? This is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that should not be that small. That is like a lot smaller than that one. Which is interesting. I don't know what to do about that. Let's see. So from here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 blocks. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 13. Only 13 blocks. So this needs to be a lot more. So I'm gonna extend this 2 blocks to make the full 15. Don't like that at all. I really wish I don't. I really hope I don't have to like. Oh man, my heater just turned on. Great. I really hope I don't have to redo anything, or like shift this the entire way down. All right. So this would be like this. Right? Alright. This would be like that. That should be like that. That should be like that. So now, let's see what this looks like. Hopefully, we don't have to shift this down too much more. Yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Apple IIc. In the middle of doing a restoration of one of those. Waiting for some packages. There were some missing keys that I just ordered for it. What else was there? It needed a power supply as well. Well, I guess if we have to do this, it's not going to be too bad. It's just going to be really annoying. And again, drive home the fact that these are taxing on my psyche. And that I don't... I'd rather do other things. Like play City Skylines, which is another thing that's been like, you gotta understand, this is a hobby, I guess you can say. I'm like lucky that it got as popular as it did, but this is like this is just a hobby for me, so I don't, God, I sounded like such a douchebag just now. It's just a hobby. God. But anyway. So like, when it's not enjoyable, I don't really feel the desire to do it. I don't know, I kind of went over this in my other video, where I was talking about, you know, maybe I should rethink this format. Because a lot of people get really invested into this and then get mad when I don't finish, or like take a while to finish, when really these things I kind of like go at my own pace, and my pace like comes in waves. So I'll like get motivation to like pump out like 5 of these a week, and then I'll like not touch it for a month. I don't know, it's weird, but it's how the cookie crumbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blocks. I have a feeling this isn't going to be 8 blocks. Don't you agree? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's one more row we have to shift down. I love it. of symmetry. I don't know what went wrong, but something obviously went wrong. You could probably... Hopefully it wasn't too obvious and people were like screaming at the screen as I like fucked up. And to be honest, I probably could have gotten away with just like forgetting about it. Because, I mean, again, like I said, when you're working at this scale, it doesn't really matter if you're off by a couple blocks. Which I know sounds like the laziest thing to say, but it's kind of true. Like, when you're kind of looking at it, you can't really like be like, oh, that's off by a block. Unless it's like a certain like pattern that lends itself to be like pretty, I don't know, obvious when it's off. Like a circle or something, which this is not. This is not a circle, this is a like slightly rounded flat side. So now we have to do this. Fuck. I also curse a lot. I don't know the age demographic of whoever watches my videos, but I hope it's not like too young, because I kind of want to curse when I do things I don't like to do. Or I don't want to do. God, I sound like a bitch, I'm sorry. I do enjoy this, even if it sounds like I don't. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Yeah, I don't think we actually have to shift that many more. Honestly, I think because these are right. 3. Let's like work from this side now. I think we just have to shift it 1 or 2 more times. Once we're past these 4. Man, I don't know how I fucked up that bad though. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Obviously, I'm gonna have to fix the other end as well, because consistency. Yeah, I think that one's just gonna shift over. So we just did that one. How did we do it over here? Let's check. And I know I was talking about the Apple II recently. I completely forget why though. Yeah, these are all equal, so. Oh yeah, I was telling everyone about what I've been doing instead of what I probably should have been doing, which is keeping up to date with this. I'm gonna shift this over too, just because I feel like I have to. But yeah, I've been doing that. Like I said, completely remodeling where I live, aka the basement, temporarily. I feel bad because like I'm probably not gonna be living here that much longer. My voice just cracked. But I just made it into like the coziest like little hangout ever with like I was like drilling holes and things. I like completely redid this computer desk that I'm sitting at right now, and like drilled like little compartments, or like screwed in like little compartments on the bottom of it to like hold speakers so that you can have a nice sound without speakers cluttering the desk. And I put a lot of thought into it. I'm actually a little proud of it. Got the iMac set up and playing SimCity 2000, which I still had the disc for, and it still works. And then there's still like game saves I remember from when I was like 6. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I think I mentioned it on one of the episodes that I bought the iMac. Person forgot to like delete their nude pics on it. Had to delete some guy's like just standing in his room with his dick out. Had to delete a couple videos, a couple of images of that. So that was nice. That's what I want to look at when I order a computer online. And it wasn't like I was digging for anything. I was like, they're literally just like, oh, that's an interesting program. Oh, because it was like a photo booth kind of program for a Logitech, like before webcams. It was like the whatever. Maybe I did fuck up. Maybe I have to do even more. Let me see. Because this has that 3 times. The 1, 2, 3. Yeah, wow, I really fudged the bucket, as they say. No one says that, but I just said it. All right. Yeah. I fucked up. I think I put one too many of those things. That would be my guess. Yeah, definitely. But yeah. Delete your files when you sell your computer. Especially if they're pictures of your dick. But anyway. Also, I hope, I forget, it's been so long, I forget if I alleviated the issue with my mechanical keyboard. It's probably annoying you guys right now, but I actually swapped out the base of my new blue Yeti with the old base of the blue Snowball. So it should be a little less clicky, or a little less bassy. It's still clicky, but it's, I'm assuming it's not as, like, bassy as it was. Because I knew that was annoying. I don't know, something about the bass that had like a really wide, like, kind of stand. Or it was a really wide stand, and so it really picked up that shit. But anywho, I hope this fixes it a little, at least a little bit. Yeah. It's still annoying though. I play PUBG with my friends and they constantly bitch about it. And it's like, there's not much you can do. I mean, like, I don't want to buy, I don't want to have to go out and buy a headset right now after just getting like a $200 microphone. But at the same time, I don't want my friends dying because they can't hear the enemy team over my clicking keyboard. Yeah, let's do some quick maths. See how many are over here versus over there. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 3. 4 of the 4, 5 of the 3. 4 of the 4, 5 of the 3. 4 of the 4, 5 of the 3. Part of the ship, part of the crew. Let's see. This would have been 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we did do 1 too many. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold up. Nah. No. How does this work? I'm confused. I'm genuinely confused now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess there is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Or there is 5 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then how? And then this at the end is 1, 2. This is 3 blocks. Why do I have a feeling it's a lot wider on the other side? Sorry, this kind of sets us back a couple millennia in terms of when this is gonna get. Yeah, that's more than that is. 1, 2, 3. So this should be like here. Wait, should it be 1, 2, 3? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a. Wow, this is gonna be such a headache. Fuck this. Fuck this so much, man. Fuck, man. Alright, so I was wrong. I have to do the maximum amount of work I'd have to do. Here I thought I just needed to shift over a couple and then it would just even itself out, but no. We gotta go all the way to the beginning. So, hooray. Who'da thunk it? I should have just kept my mouth shut and like kept going and been like, that's interesting, and just kept going without fixing the issue. But I have to be good, so I'll do it. Oh boy. This is fun. I'm not even gonna worry about this. Actually, yes I am, because if I don't, I'll forget about it. But this is only one block off. When back there it was 2 blocks off. Right? What the fuck ever. So now this goes down 1. This is 3 blocks correct. Making sure. Yep. So this gets shifted over 1. This isn't too bad actually, because oops, because these are fairly easy to fix because there's no real interior to have to like rearrange. You just have to fix these, which is kind of annoying. So 1, 2. Alright. We're back on track. Not really, but kind of. I know what we're doing now. It just sucks that it's this annoying. And you know, I mean, no one would have noticed if I just left it, but like visually speaking, not like people following along, it would have been our little secret to to people who didn't build it, who are just like walking around on like the world save. They wouldn't have noticed that this was a couple blocks off. But since we're perfectionists, we're going to fix it. 2, 3. Which is a bold-faced lie. I'm not a perfectionist at all. I have no idea why I'm fixing it. It's because I already committed so much time to it. I might as well. Now it's going to get annoying because now I have to actually fix the windows as well. Why does that not look right? I guess that's right. Yeah. Cool. I guess that's not so bad. Sweet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I forget. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I feel like even this is not going to be enough to write the wrong 1, 2, 3. Let's consult the other side again. Oh me, oh my. Okay, so this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So this should be 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the last one. Okay, I see how it's gonna be. Alright. So this is getting shifted over one. Alright. Sorry, I'm like thinking about what to do to fix this. So that is fixed. For the most part. That is not. That should be like this. Holy shit. Get in there. There we go. Okay. 5, 1, 2. Why does that not look right? Oh, damn it. Okay. This makes sense now, I think. Okay, so this needs to be here. And then this needs to be built out one. Correct? I think. Right? Yeah. I'm just hoping the math ends up working out. I'm shooting in the dark right now. Alright, there we go. Now I have to do that 4 more times. And I'm not cutting this because I don't want people complaining about not understanding what I was doing. Alright. Are we on the right track? Almost. Did we just do this one? Don't tell me we just did this one, because this one's wrong. Although that might be good for us, because... Okay, I think this is gonna... I think the math is gonna work itself out. I have a feeling, and I think the math is right. I don't know why I just broke that. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is gonna work out. Hopefully we can just work it out. Scream and shout till we work it out. Arcade Fire. They're not relevant anymore. That was a stupid reference. Anyway, where was I? Sorry, I'm rambling right now because this is like taking up 90% of my brain power right now. Try not to fuck this up. 1, 2. Is that my cat? I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was a weird noise. I think it came from my cat. I think that's good. Now this needs to move over one. As does this. And then this gets broken down. So this is the system now. And then gotta fix this up here. Man. Alright. Oh, that was right. Alright. And this can go away. At least the stadium looks nice, I guess. Who knows at this point? Oh, we're at the last one. That's good. Because I am getting a little bit sick of this. Now let's see if the math works out, which I think it will. If not, fuck it. Honestly. Alright. Well, hey, it's 3 blocks wide. Oh, my voice just really died. It's 3 blocks wide. Just close fucking enough. It's not 4 blocks, but whatever. At this point, I don't care. It looks fine. I bet no one will ever know. Unless they watch this video, in which case they will know. And they'll point it out. And then I'll ban them from the channel. Doesn't look out of place. Doesn't look bad, per se. Technically not perfect, but what is? Am I right? It gives it character, as my family would say. It may not be perfect, but it sure does got character. There we go. So that looks nice, I think. Wouldn't you agree? Next, I want to put in the windows. Which is going to be pretty easy. I'm going to put these in on either side, like so. Break this. Don't need this right now. Then I'm going to call this an episode. I would have put more in, but this was just too much to deal with right now. It's going to be a lot easier now that we have that out of the way, but for right now. Alright. I can cut this. Alright, so I'm going to do that all the way down. All the windows, all the openings are going to get the stairs on the top and bottom. All of these openings, even that big one in the middle, is going to get its own stairs. Like that. And that. And then, in the middle, it's going to get... what should we do? I think the glass block will look better than the pane, to be completely honest. Actually, no, I lied. The glass pane would look a lot better. Then it's going to get glass pane. Like that. Pretty cool. Boop, 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 boop. Like that. All the way down. And then I'm going to build this on the other side, opposite side, mirror this. So I will see you when I'm done that. Alright, I'm back. And as you can see, did what I said I was gonna do, put in the windows, and I think it actually lines up pretty well. I'm not 100% sure, but I think, didn't it? Wait, let me double check. Nope, never mind. Anyway, yep, this is part 26 of the Let's Build a Stadium series. Be sure to check out the next episode when it comes out. We're going to be doing the same thing on the long end of the field, and I hope to God that we don't have to do that again, whatever that was. I don't think that's going to be the case, because I think it was just with the short ends of the field. I think the long ends of the field are all right. Keeping my fingers crossed. But yep. Sorry about that. We'll be back on track next episode, and I won't have to spend the whole episode. I would have liked to get the long end of the field done, but with having to count all this kind of went on a little longer than I wanted it to. So yep, be sure to check out the long end of the field. Next episode we'll be doing this, and other than that, this has been Colonial Puppet. Have a good day.